Ukraine's government is facing fresh political upheaval, with another senior official reportedly removed in President Volodymyr Zelensky's latest cabinet shakeup. The latest reshuffle comes just days after the Prime Minister's departure, with Ukraine's defense minister now also losing his post. Ukraine's youngest ever defense minister has been removed after serving only 6 months in office. Questions over military reforms, procurement controversies, and Ukraine's expanding defense technology partnerships continue to surround Zelensky's war cabinet. The latest dismissal has once again raised questions over the constant leadership changes inside Ukraine's defense ministry. President Volodymyr Zelensky has dismissed Ukraine's defense minister as part of a wider government reshuffle. Mikhail Fedorov confirmed he is stepping down after serving just 6 months as Ukraine's defense minister. Fedorov described his tenure as a great honor while announcing his departure. At just 35, Fedorov became the youngest person ever appointed to lead Ukraine's defense ministry. He acknowledged that he had not succeeded in reforming the ministry according to NATO standards. President Zelensky has not publicly explained the reason behind the decision. Lawmakers claim relations between Fedorov and Ukraine's military leadership had seriously deteriorated. According to lawmakers, Zelensky had grown dissatisfied with the pace of defense reforms. Before taking over the defense ministry, Fedorov led Ukraine's digital transformation and helped develop its drone warfare capabilities. He also expanded cooperation with U.S. military technology company Palantir. The partnership focused on artificial intelligence, battlefield data analysis, and long-range strike planning. Officials say Palantir's systems helped improve battlefield targeting during crucial times. The ministry said the cooperation was intended to strengthen Ukraine's ability to strike deeper inside Russian territory. The latest dismissal continues a pattern of frequent leadership changes under Zelensky. Several previous defense ministers also left office amid procurement and contract controversies. His predecessor was also reassigned within months as part of an earlier cabinet reshuffle. Reports suggest Interior Minister Igor Klimenko is now among the leading candidates to take over the defense ministry. The shakeup follows the recent departure of Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko and several members of her cabinet. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is set to replace Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko after just 1 year in office. The announcement has triggered the resignation of Ukraine's entire government, according to a Reuters report on the political shakeup. Zelensky said the cabinet reshuffle was necessary to implement an updated political strategy and strengthen Ukraine's wartime governance. Volodymyr Zelensky said, and I quote, "I am grateful to Yulia for her clear, steady, and effective work as Prime Minister, for her years of productive service on Ukraine's team. And I have offered her the opportunity to lead a new and important area of relations with a key partner. I expect that, together with MPs, we will make the corresponding changes in the government of Ukraine." Unquote. Sviridenko became Prime Minister in July 2025 after spending several years leading Ukraine's economic development and reconstruction agenda. The government overhaul comes as Kiev continues to face intense domestic and international scrutiny over several high-profile corruption investigations. Reuters said the so-called Midas case has emerged as Ukraine's biggest corruption scandal in recent years involving state-owned enterprises. The investigation focuses on alleged kickbacks worth around $100 million linked to contracts at Ukraine's state nuclear company, Energoatom. In a serious setback for Ukraine, it now appears unlikely that the country will be able to fully capitalize on Donald Trump's recent promise to help it build Patriot missiles. Ukraine will, in all likelihood, not be able to produce its own Patriot missiles despite Washington's formal approval. These developments were revealed by informed sources who spoke to international media on July 10th. Officials and experts say it simply isn't safe for Ukraine to host Patriot missile production lines while the war with Russia is still underway. Instead, the new interceptors are most likely to be manufactured in Germany or another European country. Only once the war with Russia ends, and Ukraine's territory and skies are safer, can production realistically be shifted to Ukrainian soil. Trump pledged to give Ukraine a license to produce Patriots during his meeting with Zelensky at the NATO summit. However, he also made clear that Washington would not supply those interceptors directly from U.S. stocks.
In addition to these production licenses, which will take time, which consider
not that much time. So one of the things we're going to be talking about is we're going to give a license to you to make Patriots. That's pretty cool, right? This way you can't complain that we're not giving them enough. I say, make them yourself.
We have a lot what to discuss and what to speak about, and of course we are thankful for the Pearl program, and we want to share with you some details what we want to raise during our meeting. Air defense is the priority. Yeah, and I'm very happy that our side began to work on drone deal, and it's very good beginning, and I hope that today I will have the possibility to also to discuss with you some very important details. Thank you so much.
We've settled a lot of wars, and this one is the one that I thought maybe would be the easiest. But Putin's a difficult character, and this guy's a difficult character.
I'm sure that you will do everything to stop this war.
You have two kids in a park, and they don't like each other, and they start fighting. Sometimes you have to let them fight. Let them see that it's tough. You know, it's tough. Fighting is tough. And he's done an amazing job. Look, he's been very effective.
I don't know what I don't know what conditions Putin now wants for this peace. So I think that they are changing.
The Russians are finding it more difficult to defend their own airspace, and what we hope that means is that it's going to create the space now to negotiate the end of this war.
It's an escalation, but it's also an escalation that can help lead to an end.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.